So for this paint mixing demo, I'm going to be showing you how you use a palette knife. When we mix, we are going to be using only the back of the knife. So for this demo, I'm going to start off by making a local color. So say that my object is orange. I'm going to take some yellow. I use the back of my knife. I picked it up like this and I put it down. When I use the back of the knife, I can cut and pull it there, put it in. The other thing I can do is I can trowel, where I turn my knife over and I actually get a lot of paint on the back of the knife by troweling it. There. When I mix, I pounce up and down with the back of the knife, scrape it together, and I kind of do a little roll, which reconsolidates the paint. So I'm pouncing up and down, scraping it back together, kind of rolling it and flicking it out. Now I've created my local color, which is going to be an orange. I'm pretending I'm painting an orange object. You can see that the paint is on the back of the knife and just a tiny bit is on the front. A little mess, but I'm using the back of the knife. Now, say that I want to make a value scale on this. Well, I know that I use complements to make darker colors, so I can take some of this, set it to the side, and I can use the back of my knife to take a little bit of blue and put it in. Now that blue is going to be pretty powerful. You see how quickly the color turned. So that would be a pretty dark value. Okay, I'm going to say that that's like a value up in here. I'm going to clean my knife off. In order to do that, I'm going to use this, pull the knife in between it, and the knife is clean. Now I'm going to take some more of this, because that one a little dark. I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to add just a little. Again, I'm grabbing it with the back of my knife. I'm pouncing up and down, scraping it up, and flicking it out. And now I have this value. Okay, so so far I have 3 values. I have my local color, I have a darker value, and I have a darker value still. And these look a little close when I squint my eyes. So what I might do is grab a tiny bit of blue, mix it in, and just darken the value slightly. When you're doing a value scale, you want to see a difference. If you squint your eyes, you should see a change in value. There. That is much more satisfying. I can see a change in value. Now I've made my darks. Well, actually, I'll go one darker, because we want, when we squint our eyes, to have one that reads as black, or like a colorful black. And that's pretty dark, pretty satisfying. Okay, if I squint my eyes, that doesn't feel too far apart, so it feels like that could work. All right, so I've got my local color to dark, and now I'm going to do the lights. So I'll put it here. With the back of my knife, I'm grabbing some white, putting it here, pouncing up and down the back of my knife, scraping it together, and flicking it out. A little roll of my wrist. The reason that you want to reconsolidate the paint is that acrylic paint is plastic, and if you think about in science class, if you have a lot of surface area, the paint is going to dry out very quickly because a lot of it is being exposed to air. This paint is air, it dries by air. So by reconsolidating the paint, I'm limiting its surface area and I'm slowing down its drying time so that it'll be ready to use, good to use when I'm ready for it. You can see I'm making a value scale for this last one. I'm going to have a lot of white, just the barest bit of color, and that way when I squint my eyes at it, it's going to read as a white, like a colorful white. So I have a value scale from a white to a black if I squint my eyes. And remember, you don't want to just take the paint and just move it all around like this. You're not mixing like this. It takes a long time. It's inefficient. The paint is drying. The quickest, most efficient way of mixing, pounce up and down with the back of the knife, consolidate it, flick it out. Up and down, back of the knife, consolidate it, flick it out. If you do that 2 or 3 times, the paint is mixed and it's all in a nice little pile for you to use. The last thing you want to do is make sure that in between colors and when you're done, that you clean your knife. Push it through some paper towels and the knife is clean. All right, that's it.